celebrate. We get it every day. So yeah, we hella great. We elevate. And yeah, we celebrate. We get it every day. So yeah, we hella great.
All right, welcome to the open mic interview from MicControl.com. We're here today with Cam Meekins. What's going on, Cam?
What's up, guys?
So basically, we wanted to talk to you today. I mean, things are really popping off with you lately. Tell us a little bit about it. I know you're doing a whole bunch of live shows lately. Tell us about that a little bit.
All right, yeah. You know, we've just been this last month has just been crazy. We did a couple shows with Chris Webby, a couple other Boston shows. We're booking a lot of shows for the fall. Just really spreading the fan base and making a lot of music. We haven't put out any music in a while, but like the next couple months, we're going to be releasing a lot of tracks, a mixtape called Cam Meekins Day Off, which is going to be really big. And, you know, I mean, we're here right now in Cybersounds just making some new records. I got a new joint we're mixing right now with Chris Webby. That shit's pretty crazy. So it's just like a lot of stuff's just going on all at once, and I'm trying to like finish everything before I go back to school. So,
well, let's talk about that for a little bit. So you're still in high school, right?
Yeah, I'm gonna be a senior. I'm gonna be a senior in high school.
All right, cool. What's that like? I mean, I know you've kind of blown up quickly, especially in the past couple months, but what's that like for you? I mean, like going back to high school, you know, after the whole summer you've been putting in work and then all of a sudden you got to go back to school. What's that going to be like for you?
Yeah, I mean, I don't really know what to expect yet. I mean, I've seen a little bit of it, just like, you know, it's a little different than before, like maybe when I was like at house parties now, it's like a little bit different. So like I'm kind of getting like a preview of it, but I don't really know what to expect when I go back to school, man. I mean, it's going to be crazy. It's cool because like I talked with my, you know, principals and teachers and stuff, and they're all 100% supportive of it. So that's a really good thing because that'd be difficult if they weren't. So
that's great, man. That's great. So what can we expect in terms of, you know, once you get back into school? Obviously you're not going to have as much free time. Like what can we expect to see from Cam Meekins? I know you said you had the mixtape coming out, but what else? Is it gonna slow down your, you know, the grind at all, or are you gonna stay on it?
Nah, I mean I'm gonna be full speed ahead the whole year. I mean, really what we're trying to do is like we finished all these tracks this summer, and they're gonna be released, you know, throughout the year, and you know, from there we're just gonna be doing shows. You know, the fall's gonna be really busy, but that's all right because that's when all the music's coming out. Yeah. So like basically we can have all this music out, and I can still be like going to school and stuff. Once the winter comes around and spring and stuff, I'm gonna be doing a lot more shows, doing some college shows, you know, doing some openings for some big names, just really, you know, just spreading everything and just like, you know, trying to go major with it, you know.
So talk to us a little bit about Cam Meekins Day Off. Is that where the track with you and Webby's going to be on, or?
Yeah, that track's going to be on the tape. Basically, what the tape started with is, I mean, obviously I'm a high school student, like what we just talked about, you know, Ferris Bueller's Day Off. And my basic message, you know, with all my music is just to have fun, you know, while you're young, have a good time, that kind of stuff. And that's kind of like what I associate with this like Cam Meekins Day Off tape. And that's really the point I get across throughout the whole tape. So it's really just a lot of feel good music, some party tracks, you know, and some like just some tracks that talk about like, you know, stuff that I go through as a 17-year-old kid that like, you know, a lot of people can relate to. So it's just cool stuff.
Oh, that's very cool, man. That's very cool. And so do you have any other guest appearances on the mixtape, or is it like the Webby track and then is it just going to be mostly you, or what do you have planned?
Well, I mean, you know, I'm working with Matty Trump on the whole tape. He's, you know, me and him are producing it because I make my own beats as well. So we're, you know, co-producing. Webby's featured on it, and that's really the only feature we have. But you know, along the road after this tape drops, I've been talking with a lot of other artists, and I'm definitely going to collab with some other people like, along the road. So.
That's awesome. That's awesome. And so what has it been like working with Matty Trump? I mean, you know, he's definitely got a name for himself, and you know, so this is kind of your first big project that you're working on. How has it been working with someone who's got the experience that Matty Trump has?
Well, I mean, you know, before when I was doing all my own recording, all my own engineering, mixing, all that stuff, it was just like, I mean, I had no idea you know, he went to Berkeley for 4 years. Like I was 16, you know, in my basement mixing stuff up, but like, so the quality is just completely different. That's, you know, the most noticeable thing. But I think that, you know, I started to get more comfortable and like find my own direction once I started working with Matty, because like, you know, it was just like, I don't know, stuff just started to click. You know, the studio got a lot more comfortable. I was able to write like better music, and we're just really putting out good tracks right now. So I'm excited about the future.
That's awesome. That's definitely awesome. Kind of touch on a little bit. You said you're like, in your basement when you're like 16 recording tracks. How did you get started? How did you did it just kind of come to you one day? You wanted to start making some beats and you started messing around, and all of a sudden it just started happening, or how did it work?
Well, basically what happened was when I was really young, like 8 or 9, I basically messed around on a guitar for a while. I love music. I've been playing the drums, guitar, bass, piano, like all that kind of stuff, like my whole life. Yeah. Just like I taught myself everything. But I used to go to my basement, just like bang out some drum beats and stuff. And I just did that for a long time. I didn't really write music, but I was just always playing music. And I would jam with like my older brother's friends and stuff like that. So that was like a big influence on me. By the time I was in middle school was when I still really started to get into like the computer side of things, like the technical side. I started making beats in like 6th grade. And then freshman year I started making like actually good beats. Had some other rappers rap on it at my school, and just like started doing stuff like that. I never really rapped on my own stuff. I was always writing raps, but I never rapped on my own stuff. Yeah. Junior year is when I started rapping on my own stuff. Came out with a mixtape. People were like, "Oh, it's pretty legit. Like you got some skill." I mean, obviously the mixtape was terrible, but it's all good. So that just basically let me go forward with this whole thing. Yeah.
That's awesome. That's awesome. Well, you're definitely, I mean, we've seen it, you've had a lot of success lately. You recently won the Making Moves, I guess it's like the remix of their theme song competition. What exactly, what has that done for you in terms of, kind of helping to get your name out there, or just promotion in general? Like what exactly, what kind of result did you see from that?
I mean, they're good dudes to network with. They know a lot of people. I mean, Boston's a good place to be right now as an artist, because there's a lot of people that are coming up. So that contest was just good opportunity for me to meet some people. I won $100 from it, so that was good. But yeah, I mean, it's just another track that was out there for people to listen to.
Awesome. Well, all right, before we wrap this up, why don't you give a shout out? Where can people find you on, Facebook, online? Where can we find you?
All right, so check me out, facebook.com/Cam Meekins. Twitter @Cam Meekins, YouTube Cam Meekins Productions, and yeah, that's it. Do it up.
Cool. And so yeah, keep an eye out. When's Cam Meekins Day Off dropping?
We don't have a specific date for it right now. We're thinking like end of September or early, like around that area. So. Yep.
All right, great. Well, listen, man, it's been a pleasure talking to you, and we'll definitely be looking out for the mixtape. And best of luck with everything, man.
Else. Yeah. And I could not change myself. No one can. If I try, sometimes I lose my mind, and there's nobody to help. Nobody. Guess we all can't change ourselves. Let's bring it back down, try to make it happen, try to make it out and live this life, because you're the only one who got something to say about what you think is wrong, but it's alright. So I pray to God we ain't tripping, it's a long and lonely road. It gets cold and you and I both know you're the only thing that changes in this life, and that's alright. Man, I'm bringing you the flows of poetic shit. You ain't forgetting it, taking off my Letterman to go on David Letterman. So won't you let me in, caught up in the mix, trying to scoop inside my own mind. The shit has got me sick, trying to fly up in the airlines, and I ain't seen the ground yet, but I still ain't taking off quite yet. Gotta patiently approach and coach this rap game. My last name is hot like the burning of a roach. Gotta go from coach to first class, but first class gotta finish up the worst class and burst last. Only 17, trying to make a movie out of 7 scenes. They told me slow down and get yourself a better team. Now we on top like a missionary. Pop goes the radio, CMP is blasting out your stereo, and there you go, trying to change what we giving and change.